Hello, I'm Johan Falk at Node 1 Scandinavia. This is exercise 12 for the documentation site suite in Drupal 7 The Essentials. We have come to part C of this book, which means we're doing quite advanced stuff. We have left even the advanced views configuration behind and are now using advanced views configuration together with other modules, in this case flag. And the first exercise in part C, when it comes to the documentation site suite, is FlagFriends. And the user story goes like this. As a site member, I would like to be able to flag other users as friends. I also want a tab on my user page with a list of links to all my friends' user pages. This is important since it helps me staying up to date with the contributions from people I like. Okay. So how to demo? We should log into the site. We could flag to users, and we should have a friends tab on our user page and verify that the flag users are listed in alphabetical order, okay, with links to their pages. Good. So let's do that. I have already downloaded and enabled the flag module. I'm using the development version, which is always interesting. I'm gonna add now a new flag. I'm going to structure flag. We have bookmarks provided by the flag module itself. That is also the flag module also provides this bookmarks list that appears, and you have to disable manually if you don't want it. I'm going to add a new flag for flagging friends, and that will be a user flag that I call friend perhaps. Submit. And now we have to enter a lot of data about this flag. Friend flag. It's not a global flag. Everyone should be able to select their own friends. Flag link text and mark user name as your friend. I don't have the token module enabled, but if I did, I could here get a list of replacement patterns to use. I happen to know this user colon name off my head anyway. The token functionality is available in Drupal 7 core, but a lot of the extra stuff like these replacement patterns list often requires the token module to be installed. Flag link description, click here to have this user listed in your friends tab. Flag message, username is now flagged as a friend. Unflag, remove username from your friend list. Click here to remove this user from your friends tab. Unflagged message, username is no longer listed on your friends tab. Yep. Okay. Who should be able to use this flag? Everyone who is logged in. We don't have the session API installed, so we can't use this on anonymous users. That's quite okay. I don't think it makes sense for anonymous users to flag friends. Users may not flag themselves. We don't need any unflag not allowed text because anyone who can flag can also unflag. Display options, display links on user profile page and use a JavaScript toggle. Great. This means that we now have links, flag links on user pages, user/3, kuprohibe here, I can flag as my friend. Great. Now I want to be able to list my friends on user pages. That means I'm going to create a new view. Friends to a user, that's good. Description, a list of all users flagged as friend by a given user. When I write by a given user, that means that there's a contextual filter somewhere in the view. This will list users, not content. Content is at least 9 out of 10 views, I would guess, but this time we want to list users. Page title, we're going to override this with a contextual filter setting, so it doesn't really matter what this is. The path will be user/present/friend friends. And I think we're gonna have an HTML list for this. And we should be able to list all friends on one page. I think doesn't make sense to have this paged. So we don't even need a pager then. Continue and edit. Right, so here is the view then. I'm gonna start with the simple stuff. Change the sort criteria. I didn't show that, but it's not possible to by default sort by name when you have the quick wizard in views. So you have to add this yourself. User name, sort by username. Sort ascending, that's good. And I actually won't create a new administrative title because this is pretty informative. Okay, I'm gonna add a menu item here, and then we're gonna look at the relationships, which is actually the interesting part here. Menu tab, friends, view, friends to this user. Actually, let's have that view users this view everybody. Wow. View people this user has flagged as friends. That makes sense because if I say that there are friends to this user, it kind of implies that they have done something to befriend this user. Let's put that at a weight 7 to have it after the comments tab. Right, now we're gonna add relationships. And right now we have a list of users, and we can have all users listed here, not very interesting. I'm going to tie in information, joining information from flags, and I'm going to get user flag information. Right, let's call it friend flag. It's kind of good for us in this purpose. Include only flagged content, that's okay. We only want to include flagged content using the friend flag. And I'm actually going to implement this to have a tab appearing at all user pages because it's kind of difficult only using views and flag to have this tab appear at only your own user page. You can have it appear everywhere and list your own friends all the time, but that's not really intuitive. If you go to another user's page, you expect to get that user's friends on the friends tab. So I'm gonna have this by any user. If you want to restrict it so you only have the tab on your own page, Page Manager is a really good option. But that's another chapter. Okay, friend flag by any user. Let's call this friend flag. And the administrative title is actually not updated here. That's interesting. Okay, so now we have people who are flagged by any user here, and we want to limit them to the people flagged by only the user matching this user ID. And right now we don't have flagging user available as an object in the view, which is what we need to have to filter by this value. But we can get it into the view by adding a new relation, flags, flags user, the user that flagged an item. I wonder, let's actually see here, user, no, that's the one. I thought there was something called flagging user or so, but this is flagged user. This will get, from a flag object, this will get as a user object. That's what I want. I'm going to call it flagging user. And flagging user. We could select require this relationship to exclude any users any flags who don't have a flagging user. It doesn't really make any difference right now. If you know SQL, writing SQL queries, that is the difference between a left join and an inner join. I don't know which is the most performant, but it doesn't really matter right now. Right, so now we have, let's say something about this. Now we have the flag, information about all flags being set. We have information about the users setting these flags. And now I'm going to add a contextual filter saying that the user ID must be a particular value, namely the one coming in as an argument of a contextual filter value to this view. And that user ID should be the one fetched from the user object that is a flagging user. Alright. If we don't have any flagging user information, then just give a page not found. If we do have it, override the title. People present one has marked as friends. Specify validation criteria. Always validate unless you have very clear reasons not to. Should be a user ID. Good. Flagging user ID. Apply. Right, we're almost there. We have now contextual filter on the flagging user ID. The flagging user ID will be the same as the number in the path, and then we'll get a list of all the users this user has flagged as friends. Yay! Of course you should save before quitting. That's a pretty good thing to do. And I guess that's it. I'll show you what this looks like in the next screencast. See you there.